All right, and we're live. Hey, Rouge. Yeah, I should be live now, hopefully. I'm doing good. Yeah. How are you? While I'm waiting, let's see. Hello, if you're watching this after it's streamed, thank you. And yeah, this is my coding live stream. I am slowly building up a custom tarot app that hopefully I'll be able to use in the future. And yeah, this is that. I'm picking up where I left off on the last stream, which is allowing user to specify how many cards they want to draw. Because right now, I only have it to where you can do like a single draw, and it'll just generate the name of the card that is being drawn here using a truly random algorithm. And same thing for this. So I'll allow the user to enter a number 1 through 10, and then it will be, it'll give them that number of cards. So right now I'm just kind of working through the bugs that I had from the last session that I did, and I actually did a little bit of work before I started streaming. I don't think I'm gonna do pulls during these live streams because it just kind of throws me off. But yeah, for anyone who's interested in a tarot reading, though, I do have personal readings you can book with me. Check the description. There's links in all my videos if you're interested in that. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna pull cards on these. It just kind of distracts me from being able to focus on this. But if you have a question about the code, then sure, by all means. Yeah. Okay, so let's see here. What I'm doing right now is just kind of working through this function that I had made in the last session. And sets, they don't use .length, it's .size, because why be consistent? And yeah, so I had to fix that because this was coming through as null or undefined rather. And then also I had to pass the length for this shuffle card object. Yeah, so I am getting somewhere. I am going to test this out again and see what we're getting. I've got my debugger in the browser here just so I can make sure we're getting the values we expect. There we go. I'm starting to think I should have just went ahead and used TypeScript for this. I might go back through and like transition this to TypeScript so I can have type safety. I like type safety. I primarily coded in C# before, and yeah, I missed the types. They were nice. So I'll probably convert this to TypeScript in one of these streams, but I'm not going to do that today. So yeah, we're checking size. This is newly initialized set here, which is a collection of unique objects. And yeah, you can see the sizes are coming through as a 0, which is great. Our num is coming through as 4, which is what we put in the input up there, which is great. I'm gonna kind of make that a little bit smaller here so we got a little bit more room to work with. There we go. Length is going through as 78. Cool. So I just want to make sure that random num, yeah, so we got 7. And this should not have it. So we're going to continue. Check the size. Now there's 2 entries. Okay, yeah, and it builds up right here. So we got 766. Looks like we had a potential duplicate there, which is interesting. So we'll keep going. Yep, there we go. 4. Cool. And then boom. Okay. So now if we look at our console, this should be logged 766 and 4. We only got 3. We need 4 entries here. So let's see what's wrong with my logic here. Oh yeah, since we're doing less than, not less than equal to, we don't have to have this -1 because we're controlling our boundaries there. Let's see. Okay, so that should fix it. And it seems like Live.js is deciding to work. I have discovered that Live.js is just hit or miss on this setup. It's supposed to refresh the page anytime I make a change to any of the files in this project. But it just, I don't know, sometimes it just stops working. So I don't really know what that's about, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. So yeah, let's do 4 again. And then I'm actually going to take this off because I don't think we need it. I'll continue. And then check what's log. Yeah, 50, 40, 18, 44. Awesome. Yes, that's what we want. Amazing. Okay. So we know that's coming through. Now the question is, I have this template for Alpine.js. It's supposed to, basically this section, it's an unordered list, and it's supposed to make list items for each number in multi-draw nums, which for this form, whenever it's submitted, I'm setting multi-draw nums equal to the result of that function I was just working with. It returns a set filled with these, basically. It returns this. That's what's being returned. So multi-draw nums should be set to this object, this set to this set. Yeah, and there's all the entries. So question is, why is it not, why isn't it templating like it's supposed to? And why doesn't this P element show anything either? Because when this object changes, it's supposed to display what's in there. And maybe I'm not indexing it right. I'm pretty sure. Let's do a test. Const test equals new set. And we're going to test.add 33. And then we're going to say test index 0 undefined. Okay, so indexing does not work the same in a set. I wasn't sure with JavaScript if it did or not. So entries, and then I'm assuming I can put like 0, and it will give me. Oh, it gives you an iterator. You have to loop through them. Huh. Keys gives you an iterator too. If I can do like that. Oh, that kind of sucks. I would like indexing. Let's see. There's probably an easy way to do this, and I'm just not seeing it. In JavaScript, how can I access a set value at a specific index? Sets do not provide direct index-based access like arrays. They maintain insertion order but prioritize uniqueness over positional guarantees. To retrieve a value at a specific index, convert the set to an array first. Standard inefficient approach. Yeah, it wouldn't be that bad to convert it. So you just use the spread operator, and then I see. I see. So all I need to do is, for these, basically just spread like that. And then same for down here. Do spread operator like that. Boom, that should fix it. Okay. Let's try it now. And yeah, see, Live.js, I saved it and it did not reload the page this time. It's silly. Oh well. Okay. It did it! Yay! Okay, yeah. So there's our P. I'm going to delete that because I was just using it to debug this part. But yeah, look, we got 4 random ones. 4 of cups, 7 of cups, page 1, 7 of swords. Let's see. Yeah, if you want to ask a question now, since this is returning random things as expected, I will pull you we'll see, depending on your question, and see what comes out, and I'll give you a reading based on those answers. Yeah, just a question though. I don't want to go too far off track with the development. Did you see that? It just refreshed the page on its own. Yeah, this live.js thing is kind of unreliable. I'm gonna have to find a different solution for this, I think, but it's okay. So while I'm waiting, I'm gonna delete this p tag here. I'm gonna leave the UL, and I'm gonna style these a little bit. Class. I'm gonna make the text big and bold, and I think that's the main thing. And then I also want the text array. What is it? Text gray 200. I bet it refreshed because of Tailwind. I didn't change a class though. That's weird. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, Tailwind's still running, so that's good. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna refresh that, and let's do 5. There we go. It worked. Yeah, so nice big bold answers here. Love it. All right, and then the other thing is I no longer need this console.log. So we're good on that. And yeah. Yeah, see here. It just randomly errors out for live.js. I might just remove that and just refresh the page because it's kind of annoying. Will I get love or arranged marriage? I am not familiar with how arranged marriages work. Oh, okay. Message retracted. Well, I saw it, so I'm just going to say I'm not familiar with that in my culture, so I'm not really, if that's the question you want to ask, I'll see what comes up, and I will do my best to interpret the energy, but just so you know, I don't have experience with that particular subject. What I would like to say is that you don't want an arranged marriage, then fight back against it. But obviously I don't know your particular circumstances, or it's going to be different for everybody, I assume. So I would say in any circumstance you should always stand up for what you believe in. If you don't believe in arranged marriages, then you have to decide what you're going to do. Either go along with it or fight against it, right? Arrange or love marriage. Okay. Let me refresh this, and we're going to get you... I'm going to start off with 3. Keep it simple. All right, so we have Page of Cups, the Moon, Ace of Swords. Yeah. So Page of Cups is like a new love offer. It is unclear to me if this is due to an arranged situation or due to someone truly interested in you. There's some confusion here with the moon, things that are unclear, the Valley of Shadows, uncertainty, basically. And then Ace of Swords is the truth. So there is truth that will cut through the confusion. You need to, like I was just saying, if you don't believe in arranged marriages, and once again, take this with a grain of salt, because like I said, I don't have experience with this culturally. But if it's not something you believe in, then you should stand up for what you believe in. And that's basically what the Ace of Swords is. It's the truth. It's standing up for the truth, right? So this Page of Cups could be an energy of you standing up for what you believe in, right? And the moon is also about dreams, right? We associate our dreams with the moon. So if you truly believe in a love that is not prearranged, right, then I believe what the cards are telling you here is to follow your truth. Ace of Swords. Let that be your guiding light there. You know, and I can't answer what will you do. You are the only person who can answer that because we all have free will. So you decide your destiny, right? You decide your fate by the choices that you make. There are going to be situations and circumstances that come up to test you and to see, you know, put you in positions to see what you will do. But ultimately, that decision is yours. Ace of Swords, right? So hopefully that is useful to you. All right. So let me continue on now here. We did get this working as I wanted it to. Pretty simple, right? It just outputs the cards that were drawn, which is great. I'm just gonna like test it a few more times just to see if we get, let's try 10. I'm gonna put this down here. No, I am not pulling out the actual cards today. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and they are all unique, which is great. Let's try 11. Please select a value that is no more than 10. Perfect. Okay, let's try to put fruit. Oops, fruit. Please enter a number. Okay, awesome. Let's try to put in some symbols. Please enter a number. Okay, cool. Client validations are working. Let's try to put in 0. No less than 1. Awesome. Do 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Nope. Okay, cool. Yeah. Awesome. So that is pretty much what I wanted. Yeah. So I'm going to save this really quick. We don't have anything being output in the console. Cool, cool. All right. So let's close that for a second. You get status. All right, and we're just going to take the index. We're going to say index.all. Oh, whoops. Get add index.all. And then now we should have both index. Yay, we do. Okay. I love that pattern matching. It makes everything so much easier. Okay. So let's commit this. And what we're going to do is say that we fixed issues with multi-draw function and display. Boom. And then I'm just going to leave that output.css. I don't want to commit it till the very end because Tailwind's going to keep changing that file until we're done. So awesome. All right, let's go back into this one. There we go. Cool. So we're good there. Let's see. In Trello, I'm going to mark this as complete. And now, yeah, there was something weird I noticed. What's this? 7 cups. I didn't even type that. It just appeared. Whoa, that's very strange. Yeah, that was weird. I mean, I'm sure that's on the recording. It just kind of like popped up there when I moved that one over. Maybe it was in my clipboard and it just, oh yeah, yeah, all of these. That's so weird. I didn't even control V or anything. I just dragged it over and Seven of Cups, the Strength, Ten of Wands, the Chariot, Temperance, King of Pentacles, the Star, the Devil, the Hermit, Ace of Pentacles. Alright, so we have, like, options here. The Strength, carry on through heavy burdens, victory, and balance, stability, authenticity, solidification, review, and new opportunities. So this message is for somebody watching this. It's really good. It's a really good. You go from having a lot of options and the fortitude to carry on through a heavy, burdensome time, moving forward victoriously, balanced, stable, being authentic, breaking through barriers, right? Shining through the barriers, also solidifying things, bringing them into material existence, reviewing, and finding new opportunities. Cool. Well, that was unexpected, but I'm glad it happened. Well, you don't delete these, you archive them. So I'm gonna archive this. And there we go. All right, anyway. Yeah, a bug. So the single draw button, I'm gonna try to see if I can get it to do, but it'll start by saying nothing drawn yet, and then like sometimes the result, see, nothing drawn yet. It shouldn't do that. It should always be a card inside the deck. And I'm wondering when that happens, what is the value that's being generated? It must be like out of range or something. And I mean, there's 78 cards in here, so the chances of getting it are pretty low. But yeah, I don't think it's going to come up again. So I need to figure out what's going on there. So what I'm going to do is go to the debugger, and what we have going on here is it's this, right? I'm actually going to move this down so I can see it a little easier. Let's see. Yeah, there's the click. Okay, so we're calling crypto, rand, and store card selling. So I'm just going to find that function and see what's being returned on the result when it's triggered. Result is 0, nothing drawn yet. So yeah, oh, okay, I see. That's weird though, because it should give us 0 should be the first. Yeah, 0 should be the first entry. Because we're using single draw num, we're saying, oh, that's why. That's why. I wonder why I did it like that. So for anyone who doesn't know, 0 is a falsy object in JavaScript. So what I'm doing here is checking to see if the single draw num is falsy or truthy. If it's truthy, it'll display the position in the cards, right? But if it's not, then it displays nothing drawn yet as the alternative. This is a ternary operator here, the question mark, and then the colon there. So like a shorthand if-else statement, essentially. But it's not going to work if this is 0. It's going to always put nothing drawn yet, even though there is a 0 index in this. So what I'm going to do is just check for 0. So we'll say single draw num is less than 1 for single draw num. Whoops. Still not used to pressing enter instead of tab on these. Okay, that should do it. Let's see. That was an easy fix. Oh, I think I almost just ended the stream again. Whoops. All right, let's see. Well, this let's see. I think I can do a conditional break. What is happening here? Why is it being triggered so many times? Let's see. You can't access property null. Storage of cards is undefined. I think I have this backwards. I think I just need to be explicit instead of using falsy values. That's going to be easier. So yeah, what I'm going to do is say, let's see, if single draw num is strict equality to null, then, or actually does not equal null, then do that. Otherwise, show the cool. All right, and then now we can go in here and start messing with this. The chances of us getting 0 are pretty slim, since these are truly random. There's like a keyboard shortcut for continue. Oh, it's F8. Okay. So I can just press F8. Right? You have to do function? No. F8. I guess it only works in here. Oh, yeah, it does. Oh, that sucks. Let's see. Is there not one for when it's focused up here? Oh, well, we can just do this. There we go. 1, 2, 66, 17, 33, 61, 0. Yay! And if we continue, we got the Empress at 0. Nice. Nice. All right, bug fix. Easy peasy. So, oh, whoops. Forgot to move it to doing. I'm going to mark that as complete. And move it over here. All right. Wow. Okay, we kind of like mashed through those, which is great. I'm going to save that. Okay, why did this get triggered? Why does this keep happening? Live.js is like out here doing things. I think I'm gonna remove it. I don't. It's so weird. Like it doesn't. It's not consistent, and I don't like that. All right. Oh, whoops. I guess I didn't catch that part. Okay. There we go. All right. So we're going to commit this and say fix bug where I wonder if it'll let me do this. Nothing wrong yet was displayed when index equals 0 on single draw. That's quick. Okay, cool. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, I'm gonna clear that, and then we're gonna go back into this one. All right. So now we need another task. The tasks are dwindling. I'm gonna have to come up with some more. I mean, there's plenty to do here, but I've already gotten pretty far. We got the single draw working. We got the multi-draw working. This is pretty cool because even just this setup, I can say like single draw now. And then, okay, the hermit is the focus of this particular reading. And then I can do clarifying cards to support this. That's pretty cool. Yeah, this is already very useful. Okay. But yeah, I am going to get the images too, so this is more visually appealing. But I think this looks, for just a basic like arrow generator, this is great so far. Okay. Allow user to specify which position in the deck they want to draw from, numbers 0 through 77, because we have 78. Yep. Okay. I like that. Sure, let's do that one. So if we want the user to specify where they can draw, specify index of draw. This should be pretty simple. Essentially, I'm just going to have another box like this one, another input in a different form, and we will say, you know, enter a number 0 through 77, and it will draw from that. Yeah, that's easy. And then we kind of have work through all the kinks of setting this up initially. So really, we can just kind of like copy this and use it as a template. Okay, well, I didn't want that. Hold on. Let's get rid of these. Okay, there we go. Boom. All right. So for this one, all we really need to do is take in a specific index, specific card index, like that. It's already all set up, and then we're just going to make this 0 to 77. We want a number. We already got all of our classes in there. And then, yeah, then we just need I actually want to wrap all of this in a div. Let's see. So we know those all go together. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, and then for this, all we really need, I think I'll put this in a div as well. We can group it all together, /div, and then shift it all over. Whoops. Okay. And then we'll just have a p class equals text. We'll do it extra large. Font bold. Text gray 200. Cool. And then x text equals. And we'll store this as a a simple little thing on its own. Store it as property called specific index card. Yeah, that looks good. Cool. All right, and then up here, we don't need to do any of this. We just need to do specific index card equals. We're not going to need this function. We're not going to need multi-draw. This will be specific card index. These are very similar, dangerously similar names. We're just going to go with it for now. And then what I want is the door dot shuffled cards at this particular index. Like so. There we go. And then we just need to put a data element on this div so that it's available to all of these objects. And yeah, so we'll do like that. And then we say specific card index. And we'll initialize it to null so that nothing is displayed. And that's really it. I think that should do it. Hopefully my logic was sound there. I guess we're about to find out. Refresh. Oh, yep, we need to change the label. Instead of a number 1 through 10, this should say entering number 0 through 77. Specific index card is not defined. Oh, did I use the wrong one? I did. Yeah, I knew that was going to be confusing. Okay, there we go. All right, so now if I do 3, object, cool. Well, at least we're getting something. And that is because what I'm getting is the object, right? We need to do dot title. There we go. Is null. Oh yeah, and then we need to do the null coalescing operator so that we don't get these annoying errors. There we go. All right, so 3. Cool. 34. What's it, 0? Cool, yeah, and so this gives me a way to check. So we have 8 of swords at 0 and the empress at 77. Yeah, so if I go back to 0, 8 of swords. If I go back to 77, the empress. Yep. And then let's see, what's at 33? The Wheel of Fortune. Ooh. Ayo. Okay. Yeah. Easy peasy. that's it. That was an easy task. We had most of it done already. We just had to modify it a little bit, and now we're good. So let's do our git add index. Oh my gosh, why? We're just gonna do that as a shortcut. Oh, nope, not just status, git status. Yeah, it's in there. And then we're gonna say implement draw for a specific index in the shuffled cards array. Display for user. All right, saved, version controlled. I know I'm committing all this to the main branch, which was like a sin, but this project is dead simple. And yeah, I'll probably create branches for specific features whenever it's more, when we get like version 0.1 or whatever complete. But yeah, I'm just building out the basic features for now. We'll pretty it up later, make it look better later. But for now, this is all I really need to do. Okay. So allow users to rearrange the order of cards on a table. We don't even have a table yet, so really I need to make another task before this one. Add images to all cards. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. All right. So I feel like we did pretty good today. I burned through some tasks pretty quickly. I'm feeling rather tired, so I'm going to end the stream here. We don't have anyone watching right now anyway, so if you are watching this in the future, thank you very much for watching. I'm very appreciative. If you have anything to share, any ideas, critiques, whatever, put them in the comments. I will look at it. If you need anything from me, check the description for all the links. If you want to book a personal tarot reading with me, feel free. I will use real cards for that. I would like to one day be able to utilize this app more fully, but it needs to be more feature rich before I'd want to use it for like readings consistently. Yeah. But yeah, okay. That's all, folks. As always, thank you. Take care of yourselves. Keep your heart open, and bye. Gotta find my in broadcast button. There it is. Okay.